To start, this is a comparison of 3 of my headphones, mostly about how user-friendly they are. All of these have decent sound. The best sound, though, is the Turtle Beach 700, simply because it has 5.1 surround sound. It's also the last one that I bought. This is my go-to headset for gaming now. I heard such great things about the HyperX Cloud, and I bought the wired version of this headset for my girlfriend. I was immediately disappointed because it's all focused on PC users, or someone who wants to sit next to their console. All the controls are on the USB controller. If you want to plug it into your PS4 controller, then you lose everything, including the mic mute, unless you pull the mic. So I got the Cloud Flight, which has a mute button right on the earpiece. For me, I noticed almost no difference between the PlayStation Gold headset and the Cloud Flight in the way of sound. They are pretty much the same for my ears. However, when it comes to button placement, the functionality on the PlayStation Gold rules. First, the scrub wheel for the volume on the Cloud Flight is not nearly as useful as the PS Gold controls. I have an issue with scrub wheels in general. Just finding the wheel can cause you to make a mess of the sound. PS Gold has a clear feeling where the control is, and it stays at the volume you set it because it's a button, not a wheel. The Cloud Flight resets the volume every time it has a problem with the signal. Not when it loses the signal entirely, but when it feels it's not at 100%. Then you have to stroke the wheel back to where you had it. I got to where I would just adjust the sound in the PS4 menu, and that way I could just stroke the wheel to max every time without having to fine-tune. The Cloud Flight is slightly faster in finding the mute than the PS Gold, but only slightly. And that's because it's the whole left side of your head. The PS Gold has the ability to adjust chat and game and find a nice balance in what you like. The Flight Cloud does not. It just has a master control volume. The power switch on both of these is very easy to find, but the PS Gold is much easier to use. PS Gold, flick the switch. Easy. Cloud Flight, press and hold for 3 seconds. It will turn on, and the LEDs glow. Press and hold again for 2 seconds, and the LEDs breathe. Press and hold again for 2 seconds, and the lights turn off, and the headset is still on. Press and hold again for 4 seconds, and it turns off. Both mics are decent. I never had any issues with people complaining about what I sound like. As far as comfort goes, I have worn the PS Gold for over 3 hours and never had any issue. But I do get some pain in front of my left ear with the Cloud Flights if I wear them for over an hour. The only reason I continue to use the Flight is that I paid a lot of money for them and I want to get some use out of them. If I was to do it all over again, I would not have gone with these. I like the PS Gold. Even the functionality with the PS4 is perfect. It displays when the headset is on, it shows you how much battery is left. When I have the mute on the mic, it shows me that, and I never have to pull the USB dongle to get the sound back on my TV. Even when the headset is off, the Cloud and the Turtle Beach will make the PS4 think that it has a headset in it because it uses the USB dongle. But with the Turtle Beach, you can turn the headset on, then off, and the sound will come back onto your TV. You actually have to pull the USB dongle to get the Cloud Flight to turn off. Now for the Turtle Beach Stealth 700s. This is by far the most complex and annoying setup of the 3. It has lots of UI issues for me. The buttons are just stupid, and there is no buttons at all on the right ear, and the ones on the left ear are just the opposite of user-friendly. The only thing they got right was the mic. Rotating the mic out of the way is a great idea. The 2 roller wheels instead of rockers is just bad. You can accidentally adjust one of the volumes just by feeling around for one that you're trying to find. And then trying to remember which one is the chat and which one is the game sound is also super annoying. I have yet to find a use for the mic wheel. It adjusts your voice in your headset. Having this on max or 0 makes no difference if you have a mumbler or you have some screaming kid in your party. PS Gold did a much better job. Behind the ear bar is master audio. Front of the ear bar is chat and game mix. That way you can turn down the screamer, or you can hear only chat and no game sound at all. Whose dumb idea was it to add these 3 rubber, low-profile buttons for all the important functions? Unless you can read Braille, you have to remove the headset to actually see what you want to press. No one there thought to put a divot or a shape or something so you could feel for the button. Even a keyboard has a bump for the F and the J keys. You have to press the power button for 3 or 4 seconds to get it to turn off and on. And a voice says, "Power on," or "Power off." Yeah, that's great. Too bad you can't hear the voice because you have to remove the headset to press the button. Sony Gold is a simple switch. What could be easier? Now don't get me started on the Bluetooth button. You press it to answer a call. Really? How can you do that when you can't even feel where the button is? You can just as easily press both the Bluetooth button and the power button at the same time. And anyone who has ever had a headset with one of those single buttons to control all the functions knows how ultimately stupid and annoying that can be. How do you remember to press 1 for play, 2 quick presses for forward, 3 quick presses for back, press 3 times quickly, then hold for rewind, press and hold to reject incoming call? You could just as easily press the power button and hold, and you just reject the call and turn off your headphone. What they did do right was the sound. After all the complex and annoying steps for setting up the Turtle Beach 700, it put out amazing 5.1 surround sound. It's the only headset I use for COD, Tom Clancy's Ghost War, Rainbow Six, or Battlefield. I use the other two for other games that don't require so much detailed sound location. The Sony Gold has a virtual surround button, but it's more like an equalizer that breaks up the highs and lows better, not really 5.1 surround. For a good sound test, I use these 3 songs. They have a really nice way of testing the range of good headsets. The best so far is my Bose Quiet Comfort 3 for clarity and noise cancellation. If I was to do everything all over again, I would buy the PS Gold and the Turtle Beach 700s. The PS Golds are close enough in quality and have much better UI than the Clouds, either wired or otherwise. The Turtle Beach is super complicated and has the dumbest buttons ever, but the sound is too awesome to deny, and I really like the flip mic. I hope this helps.